Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Sayyidul Mursaleen wa rahmatan lil alameen. Greeting of peace, adab, salam, namaskaram, satrikal, and lots of blessings and duas from Ajmer Dargah Sharif. ऋषि साहब बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका और तमाम जो गुरुजन यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं, अलग अलग धर्मों के जो एक्सपीरियंशियल जो एहसास हैं, महा अनुभव जो है वो हमारे साथ शेयर करने के लिए आज शांतिवन, कन्हा और रेवन कमलेश पटेल जी दाजी साहब के नेतृत्व में, उनके संरक्षण में this Heartfulness Center, so we are honored to come from Ajmer Sharif and learn and share this wisdom at the same time. With a wonderful and opening session and that in-depth speech of Daji, it's such illuminating experience. Now coming to this session, जो आप सब तमाम लोग यहाँ पे मौजूद हैं, आप सबको हमारा सलाम और आप सबके लिए बहुत बहुत दुआएं. हिंदुस्तान के अलग अलग खित्ते से, I've seen you people have come from outside India. So this session is very interesting about where the focus is about humane to the divine. और जैसे आपने कहा कि वो नूर है, एक नूर सब जन उपजाया, जो गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब में भी बाबा नानक ने फरमाया कि एक नूर, that one radiant of light, with that spark everything is illuminated. और जब हम चिश्तिया सूफ़ी परंपरा की बात करते हैं, when we talk about Khawaja Moinuddin Chishty, the 11th century Sufi master who brought this message of unconditional love towards all, and that is the foundational aspect of serving with unconditional love. बचपन से हमें दरबार में यही सिखाया जाता है कि दरबार में आने वालों का ना तो नाम पूछें, ना मज़हब पूछें, ना ज़बान पूछें, ना किस खित्ते से आए पूछें. अगर पूछना है तो सिर्फ एक बात पूछें कि हम आपकी क्या सेवा कर सकते हैं, हाउ कैन वी सर्व यू, हम आपकी क्या खिदमत कर सकते हैं. अगर कोई ज़रूरतमंद आता है और आपके पास कोई सरमाए है दुनियावी, तो गो अहेड एंड हेल्प देम. अगर आपके पास भी वो दुनियावी रिसोर्सेज नहीं हैं, तो ऊपर वाले ने हमें ये दो हाथ दिए हैं, उन हाथों को उठा के उनके लिए दुआ कर दें. बिकॉज श्योरली विद प्रेयर्स blessings are invoked. I'll use the mixed medium as you said because we have our guests from outside India. In the Sufi understanding that when the child is born, at that moment the spiritual elevation is on the state of sainthood. जब बच्चा पैदा होता है तो वो उस मुकाम पे होता है जहाँ रूहानी मुकाम. We have the 6 spiritual receptors in the body, जिसको सूफी ज़बान में चिश्ती परंपरा में हम कहते हैं सित्ता लताइफ. The lataifs are the 6 spiritual receptors of the spiritual consciousness, and their positions are sir, kafi, akfa, which is also as crown, forehead, and that is also in the language of nirvana that we talked about, the indriyas. And when the child is born, they are born in the natural state of sainthood, because their physical senses are of course underdeveloped. When they grow to a certain age, the physical senses, like we have eyes, tongue, that develops. But the spiritual senses are on the state of sainthood. So we have to be very conscious when we are dealing with the child, even if the child is sleeping. And if the parents, the mother and father, if they argue or create negative emotion, they would be okay within 2-3 hours. But those negative emotion will stay with the child for a very long period of time. So these are the transformational, foundational years of a child where we have to be, as the parents, as the mentor, have to be very careful. And that is the beginning of the journey from human to divine. If we stay in the circle of remembrance, zikr, simran, adhyatm, and if we grow into that circle of remembrance, the zikr, then these spiritual receptors are fed, nourished properly. If we are devoid of these spiritual nourishment and we grow up into the world of blind materialistic pursuit, then we would be devoiding our own self from the divine aspect that is we are destined to. So from the journey to human to divine, we have to be into that circle. Being in that circle of remembrance doesn't mean that we have to leave our worldly commitments, that we have to go on a mountain top or live in a cave for the rest of our life. and we say that we are connected to God. No.
In the room,
There are moments of seclusion, zikr, that we go for a while. Maybe it could be a day, a
way
week,
of action.
or maximum about 40 days of seclusion, where we completely cut off from engagements of the world or even social media, as in the morning it was discussed. But then with the attained spiritual consciousness, we call it chilla, khilwat, which is seclusion. With that attained and attuned and evolved consciousness, we have to come back to the society and serve the society. And that is what when we look at the great Sufi masters, teachers, they've always come back to the society, serve the society, and evolve with the society. I think that is one of the main aspects when we start a journey from human to divine, being in the world but not of the world. That's what Maulana Rumi has said, that we have to be in the world but not completely of the world, like not be blinded by the blind materialistic pursuit. I think that is something we have to be consciously treading our each path, and also the younger generation, that we serve with the consciousness of being close to the Creator. And that's what Khawaja Gaddi Nawaz, one of the most important teaching is, that when you want to be close to the Creator, be in service towards the creation. Our prayers, our meditations, our zikr, our beads, our namaz, fasting, pilgrimage, everything is a gift from the divine. And when there is a gift from the divine, you cannot give back the same gift. We cannot give back the same gift to the divine. So, to be close to the Creator, be in service toward the creation.
Yes.
These gifts of the prayers, meditation, are for us, for our spiritual nourishment and evolvement. But not for giving back to God, that we are praying for God, or we are fasting for God. This is a gift to evolve our consciousness. So that's why Khawaja Gaddi Nawaz has said that develop the 3 attributes of nature into your being, into your daily life, जो अपने किरदार में कुदरत की 3 सिफात like hospitality. Because when we develop these 3 attributes of nature, sun like grace, river like generosity, and earth like hospitality, then we will never make any differences upon whom we are serving.